Yo, Big Frank, I guess we gotta have that fire conversation, you know what I'm saying? So, let's have that fire conversation right quick. Talk to him.
I wanna know, I wanna know, I wanna know, I wanna know, I wanna know.
Let's have a fire conversation.
I wanna know, I wanna know, I wanna know.
Let's have a fire conversation. So y'all just sit down and y'all talk with y'all people. Y'all understand how it is out here. Yeah, take that fire conversation, run with that, do what you do, but keep it real with yourself, you know?
The values that we had, like from grandma and grandpa, making your bed, brushing your teeth, washing dishes. Cause when I was young, I was like, when I had kids, I ain't gonna make my kids do that, cause I thought it was irrelevant. But now that I'm grown, I know that's a necessity in life.
I agree with that.
All right.
I think this generation of kids definitely don't have the I don't know what word to use, or I'm just gonna put it like this. I don't these kids today, this generation, don't know and don't have a clue of how we was raised.
I agree.
These kids are definitely not like how we was coming up. This is a whole different generation. I'm hip to it. I just can't get with it. I don't understand it.
So let me ask you something. What are you hip to? When you were 17, what was in your mom's mind? She was like, "Oh my God, I lost control of my child." What was you doing as a child that your mom was like, you know, if it makes sense where I'm trying to go?
I mean, at that age, you know, I ain't gonna lie. I thought I had it all figured out when I ain't know shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. At that age, you couldn't tell me shit, because I knew it all. I got it all figured out, but I ain't know shit. Nothing. And then the shit I'm trying to run by my mama, me not knowing, she hip to the shit already. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck you gonna get over on your mama like she don't know you?
At what age?
What, when I started bullshit?
Yeah.
When I started bullshitting, around 14.
14.
13, playing with it. I was always around it, saw a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? My mama gave me like too much free time. And the reason why I say that is because my mama did hair. She a cosmetologist, right?
Right.
And the hours she worked was the time I was free. You know, me looking back at it, man, my mama was a motherfucking hustler, man. She did hair.
Oh boy.
She did hair. And she made a lot of money doing that shit. I witnessed it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
what years was this? Like, what years? 80s, 90s?
Mid 80s to the mid 90s. A good 10 to 13 year run with that shit. Like, my mama worked long hours from Tuesday to Saturday.
So
I had her schedule like figured out, my nigga. On the weekend, oh, she ain't coming home till about no later than 11 at night. You know how much free time I got?
A lot.
A shitload of it.
Yeah. From
8 in the morning to at least 10:30, 11, sometimes midnight.
20 hours.
Doing hair all fucking day. Getting a bag. You know what I'm saying? Kept a nigga laced with the finest shit. And
shout out to Betty.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the way we was brought up, well, the way our family was, like all that dumb bullshit, we wasn't on that. You know what I'm saying? So by me doing the shit I was doing, it wasn't accepted. It wasn't accepted. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the shit I did, man, I ain't even have to fucking do. And I had common sense. It's just, it wasn't no prove a point to be down. It was just, you know, from the neighborhood I was in, you know, that's the shit we was doing. We was just young, wild, and reckless teenagers. You know what I'm saying? And
Compare that young, wild, reckless teenager to a young, wild, reckless teenager in 2023. What's the difference between your excuse for being what you done from a youngster now saying, "Hey, I'm just young, bro.
Man,
I'm
man,
just doing what I do."
see, back then
Right?
it's like technology, social media. The world today is nowhere near of how it was when we come up. We didn't have no cell phones, no motherfucking Facebook.
It wasn't the Andy Griffith
It
show.
wasn't nothing.
No Andy Griffith show.
You talk on the phone, the cordless phone. You got two-way or three-way. I mean, you got two-way or one-way. You know how you be on the phone and the line will be busy because you ain't got two-way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't no texting. It wasn't no none of that shit. You wrote letters. Whoever you like, you convinced them to convince their parents to come to the mall. That's where you met up at. Today it's different.
So, do you give your kids a pass?
As far as what?
How fast social activities moves versus
No,
when you-
because they was born in it. They was born in this shit. See, they more advanced than me on technology to a certain extent. Cause it's only certain shit I give a fuck about as far as the internet go. Now everything I need to do, I know I'm in tune with. But what they in tune with, I know about it, but I don't dig into it. You know what I'm saying? So they generation is way fucking different from when I came up. Way different. It was more rules enforced when I was coming up. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was raised up under my grandma laws through my mama. Like certain shit you was not allowed to do. Your tone and your voice, what you say, will get your fucking lips slapped the fuck off your face. You know what I'm saying? This generation is different. The parents, I think, in my opinion, are more friends with their kids than parents. You got to think about it. You got females and males out here, 36, 37-year-olds, and their grandparents. You know what I'm saying? They at the age of 36 to 38, 39,
They have no
and they
idea.
have 5, 6, 7-year-old grandkids.
Yeah.
So that means you had a child at an early age,
Yeah.
and now your child done got of
Yeah.
age and
Yeah.
had another child.
Yeah. Let's have a fire conversation, bro.
Let's do it.
Whoa. So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between sustaining yourself in Mississippi and leaving Mississippi and going somewhere like Illinois?
Well, Mississippi is the poorest state in the United States, right?
Facts.
There is no opportunity for a motherfucker down here.
Facts.
Right now, today, if you're not working at Sanderson Farm, I don't know the new name, they call it
Wayne.
Wayne,
Wayne.
W-A-Y,
Sanderson. Yeah.
N-E? Okay.
Wayne Sanderson.
Well, I know Sanderson Farm.
Yeah.
But if you're not working now, if you're not at warehouse in Magnolia, if you're not working offshore, if you're not driving trucks, if you don't own nothing, you're not making no money here. Not in Pike County, you're not.
So that's 6. I counted. That was 6.
That was just 6.
Just 6.
Or if you're not a barber and you got a lot of clientele, you know what I'm saying? You in bad shape around here. Ain't no opportunity for no motherfucker around here, man. Me leaving here was the best thing ever happened to me. And the difference between Mississippi and Illinois is way, when I say way more, I mean plenty more opportunity in Illinois than it is in Pike County.
Okay, but you gotta elaborate on that. For the average person who's like, yo, the cost of living in Mississippi is cheap.
That's a fact. That's
Right.
a fact. That's a fact.
Right. But if I go over here, I'm gonna have to work double to make the money.
No, you're not, because they gonna pay you. Their minimum wage is $16 an hour.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, minimum wage $16 an hour
Where?
in Illinois.
Didn't know.
Well, where I'm at in Illinois, I'm gonna say that. Now $16 in Illinois, that ain't shit. That ain't shit. But for me,
you gotta
but
break it down to Pike County level.
listen.
Cause 16,000 to a nigga in Pike County.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about $16 an hour.
Oh, gotcha.
$16 an hour is minimum wage. So me coming from Pike County, Mississippi, going to Illinois, right? My first job was $17.50 an hour. My whole years of living on this earth, I have never worked a fucking job that pays $17. Mind you, because I've been living down south majority of my life. Ain't no jobs down south paying you no motherfucking $17 an hour unless you working somewhere like that's hard to get a job at. When me coming up around Pike County, right? I go to Chicago, my first job that I ever get, $17.50. I'm like, what the fuck?
All right,
But that $17.50 in my mind is like a lot of shit.
why? Explain.
I'm telling you why. Because I never made that type of money before. But little did I know, $17.50 where I was living in Illinois ain't shit. That's like a check-to-check job, because the cost of living is too fucking expensive.
Break
But
it down
it
to
was
somebody
enough.
in Mississippi what the dollar amount is. You know, because you say the way it's how to live here. What's the rent? What's the water? What's the light? What's the grocery? What's the
Oh, well, as far as rent go, you know, that can vary. The average rent in Chicago is $8.50. That could be a 1-bedroom or a 2, which is what I pay for a 2-bedroom. You know what I'm saying? And it's average. It ain't fucked up, but you know, it's decent to live in. Some apartments are more. Some houses are more. But the average, you paying $850 to $1,200. Average.
average?
Depending on where you live.
So, what's below average? Can we ask that question? Like, if 1650 is average, what's below average? Like,
$16.50 an hour.
yeah,
What's below average?
yeah.
Shit. 13.
But in Pike County, that's good money though, right?
Because the cost of living is cheaper down there. You know what I'm saying? So $13.50 in Pike County, you can damn near make it.
All right, so what's somebody that was, hey, I want to go, I want to get out of Macomb. I want to get out of Mississippi. I want to go. I got to go. I go to Illinois. What's my first, what do I do? Do I go temp service? Do I go in the streets? Do I thug? Do I?
Okay.
Right.
Well, my advice, my opinion, if you leave here and come to Illinois, it depends on what your mindset on. If you going to Illinois to be a working man, be on some positive, righteous shit, I highly suggest you start off with a temp service, because it's 1,000,001 of them motherfuckers up there. And
Anybody won't be in Macomb.
anybody leave Pike County
Right.
and go to Illinois
Right.
and say they can't find a job,
They sorry.
not only that, you don't fucking want to work. Cause I promise you, I bet my life to a bucket of shit. You come to Illinois and go to a certain temp service, you will have a job within 2 weeks. And the reason why I say 2 weeks, because what they do a background check on you. And what motherfuckers don't know, if you got Illinois' ID, address, all that shit, you registered in Illinois, they gonna pretty much run Illinois. The thing for me, I never been to jail in Illinois. I never did no time in Illinois. I don't have no record as far as criminal record. I have records of being born there. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my record in Illinois is clean as baby's ass. I'm talking about straight, no nothing.
Whoa. So let's compare that to the record in Mississippi.
Now that's
Can
a
you-
different story.
Can you?
Yeah, I ain't got no problem with that.
Thank you.
I definitely ain't got no problem with that.
Let's go.
This shit therapeutic for me.
Fire conversation, baby.
Now Mississippi is a different ball game for me. Every fucked up thing ever happened to me through the court, the law system, whatever you want to call it, whatever happened to me in Pike County. Well, not majority, 95% Pike County. Everything else Mississippi. Every fucked up thing ever happened to me, I did it to myself in Pike County. So my rap sheet there is fucked up. But it's been so long to where it's good. It's still there, but it's good.
I get
But
that.
I no longer live in the
Right.
state of Mississippi.
Right.
I'm a resident. I'm a Chicagoan. That's what I am now. I've been living there going on 8 years now. So I'm registered as a resident from Illinois.
Is the drill music real, bro?
Oh yeah, the drill music is definitely real, bro. That shit is definitely real. 110,000% real.
So it's not nothing to play with.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yo, shout out to all the drill rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause I couldn't imagine being young and wanting to be an entertainer and say, "Hey, I want to do drill rap." Ah, shit.
Yeah, man, the drill music in Chicago, man, is
It's a sanctuary.
it's a league of its own. You know, you got other people. I ain't gonna say, goddamn it, copy it, but Chicago had their own. Chicago is where that shit originated from. I'm just gonna say that. New York is behind Chicago. You know, they got their own little drill scene going on up there. But at the end of the day, no matter how motherfucker put it, that shit come from Chicago. And Chief Keef is damn near the king of that shit. He the first one to really make some noise off that shit and create a big, huge, major, humongous buzz off that shit.
All right, let's have a fire conversation.
Let's do it.
So you gonna give him that platform because he survived the bullets? Because it's a lot of artists in Chicago in the drill game that didn't make it. That's way harder than Chief Keef.
Well, I mean, that could be true by opinion, but the fact of the matter is, that's who really put that on the scene.
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, a lot of people probably was doing it, but he was the first one to, you know, set the tone for that shit. He was the first major outbreak of the drill scene.
I didn't want to see it go. Like, I understand when you got beef, you shit going on, you talk about what you live, but to influence fake kids to do the same thing, because drill music is a thing now. Like, a nigga will rap the words before he do the crime. In drill, like, he gonna rap it and then say, hey, I gotta go do that shit. Versus when you was going, your life was your rhymes. But now it's more like, I'm gonna rap it first and then I'm gonna fulfill it later.
Nah, them niggas in Chicago, man. See, a lot of them niggas is real street affiliate type of guys. They deep in the streets. They just so happen to know how to do this drill music shit. So it's like this street shit come first to them.
And I don't know shit, so don't hold me to that. I'm just talking. Don't hold me to that. I'm just talking, bro.
That's real talk. A lot of them
Chicago,
niggas,
I respect you.
a lot of them niggas really about the shit they talking about. They deep in the streets. They just know how to do this drill music shit.
And we listen to it in our cars and make it our soundtrack.
Gang banging,
but it's real
in Chicago is some real shit. I'm not telling you what I think.
So
I'm telling you what I heard.
Can you?
I'm telling you what. No, hell no, I can't fix it. Who the fuck am I? I'm like a grain of salt in the ocean, my nigga. I ain't shit. I wouldn't even want no feet like that. You know what I mean? Them niggas in Chicago ain't finna hear that shit. They ain't even respecting. They not even respecting the founders of these organizations. You know what I'm saying? Like, sacrifice their life and all type of shit. I'm not gonna even name no names of these organizations.
No, we're not. Not on this platform. We're not.
You know what I'm saying?
It don't matter.
But
I get you though.
On both sides, you know what I'm saying? You got some good leaders. Even them leaders, if they released them today, they couldn't even straighten the shit that's going on in Chicago, because them youngsters not respecting nothing. They said it out their mouth, nigga, we don't give a fuck about you being no under the fan, nigga, we'll kill you, nigga, fuck you. And them niggas mean that shit. Nigga, we don't give a fuck about you being under no 6, nigga, fuck you. And that's how they think. Like, when we was coming up, whatever side you was on, you ride with every motherfucking thing on that side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you was on the other side,
Yeah.
you ride with every motherfucking thing on that side.
Yeah.
This generation, You got both sides in the middle with each other, which is a good thing. I'm not saying that, but you got this clique, that clique, this one, this one, this one, this one, all in one circle, and they calling themselves EBK, everybody killer, or whatever, outlaws. I know a clique of motherfuckers consist of, let me see how I can put this. Ain't no other way to put it, man. Ain't no other way to put this shit. You got BDs, foes, vice lords, GDs, stones, in one clique. If you are not putting down what this circle is putting down amongst these BDs, GDs, vice lords, foes, and stones, nigga, fuck you. You hear me? You got some circles up there that roll like that. That's just what it is. But that game banging shit is for real. And when you need to know where the fuck you at all times, my nigga.
So I got this is like a wish, Make-A-Wish Foundation. So you couldn't get people like Dirt.
No way. No way in America.
It's over with.
No way in America I could. Because like I said, who in the fuck am I? Who the fuck am I? I am somebody. Don't get that part confused. But who in the fuck am I to orchestrate and organize some shit like that for the city of Chicago to listen to me? You couldn't even get Jeff Fort. You couldn't even release Larry Hoover, bro. I'm sorry.
You could.
I'm sorry.
You could, bro.
You could not even release Larry Hoover and think the GDs, every GD in the United States of America, it's not gonna happen, man. Cause the bloodshed between the BDs and GDs is I can't speak on that, but it's some real shit. And they like they enemies toward each other. You know what I'm saying? Cause you got BDs dropping rakes, and it's been a lot of bloodshed between the BDs and GDs. A lot of it. And I don't even think the honorable chairman of the GDs, which is Hoover, even though he announced his throne, in my eyes, he's still the chief of all chiefs over GDs. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think he can get out and fix that. I don't even think Jeff Fort over the People's Nation can get out and orchestrate some shit. That's just how fucked up Chicago is.
Let's have a fire conversation, y'all.
Let's do it.
Yo, Big Frank, I guess we gotta have that fire conversation, you know what I'm saying? So, let's have that fire conversation right quick. Talk to him.
I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know.
Let's have a fire conversation.
I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know.
Let's have a fire conversation. So y'all just sit down and y'all talk with y'all people. Y'all understand how it is out here. Yeah, take that fire conversation, run with that, do what you do, but keep it real with yourself, you know?